I'm gonna keep it real. That first boat ride, an hour and a half ride out there, I was hurting the whole way out. My gut was tearing up. Well, good morning 55ers, Joseph here, life after 55. And let me tell you something, I am pumped up today. Yes, I am pumped up today because today I get to go live my best life. I am in Destin, Florida. At Emerald Coast Scuba. Emerald Coast Scuba in Destin, Florida. I'm meeting a buddy here. Him and his wife booked a scuba dive off of Destin to go down and check out something they call the Big Dawg. It's a platform that the Air Force used to use to train pilots in water survivability if they had to eject from a plane under parachute. And they recently sank it off of Destin. It's 105 feet down to the sand. It stands about 65 feet tall. So the top of it will be somewhere around 40-ish feet. At least that's what I know for now anyway. I came here last night, spent the night at a Cracker Barrel parking lot. It's a little warm last night, ain't gonna lie. But spent the night here, woke up this morning, and now I am at Emerald Coast Scuba. I am early, which I like to be. So I'm just gonna be getting my gear together and waiting for everybody else to show up. I've got the scuba gear out. We're going to be going with the Cressy fins today, the yellow fins, the Cressy mask and snorkel. We've got the Cressy BC. We've got a system for the GoPro to go underwater. We got some lights over here for it. Again, very simple setup, very inexpensive setup, but for now that's what I have. Just looking forward to getting into the ocean. This is going to be my first ocean dive since my certification. My very first dive was off the north shore of Oahu. No, that's not true. That was my first skydive. My first scuba dive was off of Waikiki, and that was just an intro to scuba. I wasn't certified or anything. This is my first ocean dive since it being certified. So we've got weather today. The clouds, they're out. It's already rained on us a few times today, so it looks like it's gonna rain off and on. But that's okay, as long as the oceans are calm and we can get underwater, then we're gonna do it. So I've got to get all this stuff together, make sure I have everything, get it all set up, get ready to meet everybody else, get on the boat, and then get out there and get underwater, see what we can see. Living the best life. Pumped up about this one, guys. Pumped up about this one. Yes. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you on the boat or if we'll just be underwater. All right, 55ers, well, the dives are over. We did 2 dives, okay? The first dive, it was about an hour-and-a-half boat ride out to the dive site. That's where the Big Dawg was. That's where the platform that the Air Force used for survival training for their pilots was at. Down to 105 feet. The platform was actually only 40 feet tall, so the top of it sat at about 65 feet. I got down to a total of 95 feet and swam around it. I did not take the GoPro out with me on that dive, and the reason behind that, again, this was my first dive in the ocean since my certification, and I just wanted to get in and see what the water was like. I want to get down there. I didn't want to have to struggle with taking the GoPro and the housing and the lights and all that. I just wanted to kind of enjoy that dive. Once that dive was over, we got back up on the boat. Took about an hour trip towards the shore and docked again, set the anchor out, and then we dove down to a reef. That's the footage that you just saw, with some of the footage around the reef. There was obviously a flag down there that was broken and people were trying to put it back together. Actually, I think they did a good job of kind of getting it back together, and the flag was flying there towards the end. Let me tell you something though. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't take any Dramamine with me. That first boat ride, an hour-and-a-half ride out there, oh my gosh, I was hurting. I was hurting the whole way out. My gut was tearing up. My equilibrium was off. I honestly did not even know if I was gonna get in the water. I felt so bad, and I was the only one on the boat that was feeling that bad. I'm looking around at everyone else is having conversations. They're talking about this and that. They're just enjoying the little boat ride. I'm sitting down, pouring sweat, my gut's tearing up. My mind is just, I'm all over the place. That was not a fun trip for me, that first hour-and-a-half out there. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not getting in the water. But I knew that once I'd actually get into the water, that it'd be a lot more calm than sitting on the boat docked, rocking back and forth. And that's exactly what happened. Got into the water, got about 10 feet under, and everything just seemed to calm down. And got down there and enjoyed looking around the Big Dawg. Tons of fish just swimming all around, and just, I mean, it was a really good dive. The water off of Destin was close to like 80 degrees at the surface and like 74 down at the bottom. So really warm water. I actually don't have a warm wetsuit. I had a 5 mil wetsuit, which is middle of the scale, if you will, for wetsuits. You know, I could have easily done a 3. I could have done a 1. Heck, I could have gone down in shorts if my shorts weren't too loose. I was afraid I was going to lose my shorts if I went down in shorts. So I put the 5 mil wetsuit on, went down, had a really good dive, came back up. That next hour trip to the reef, I felt better. Not 100%, but I did feel better. Again, put the wetsuit back on, got back out into the water. That's when I took the GoPro with me. That's the footage that you just saw. After that dive was over, got back up, got everything off, got everything cleaned up as we took that last half-hour trip back into where the boat was docking and where we were going to disembark and take all of our gear off. Guys, all I can tell you was it was a fantastic time. Take that first hour-and-a-half ride off of it, that oh my gosh, thought I was going to lose everything in my body ride away from the trip. The dives were outstanding. We went out with Adventure Sports Scuba in Auburn, Alabama. That's who booked the dive, but it went through Emerald Coast Scuba. We used their boat. They're the ones out there in Destin. The boat belonged to Emerald Coast Scuba, and the captain worked for Emerald Coast Scuba. But the crew that was diving, most of them were all from Auburn, Florida. Most of them actually worked for Adventure Sports Scuba out of Auburn, Alabama. So all in all, it was just a great time. It was a fantastic time getting into the ocean, seeing some reef, seeing some fish, seeing lots of jellies floating up and around. Yeah, just a great time, guys. I can't wait. I look forward to getting back into the ocean again and seeing some more stuff, as well as probably some springs in Florida. So yeah, just looking forward to it, guys. Living my best life. You know what? That's what it's about. It doesn't matter if you're 25, if you're 55 like me, or if you're 75. Get out there and live your best life like I just did. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off for now. Y'all take care. Peace out.